Hi everybody, welcome to Draw With Me Kids, episode
60.
Wow.
Paper airplanes.
And today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to show you two ways to fold paper airplanes. One, which is the Paper Airplane Guy's John Collins world record setting paper airplane for distance. And one's probably one you guys are familiar with, a pretty basic, simple one. Then we're going to decorate them because we love to do art. So, in order to do this, you're going to need a piece of paper, just a regular computer-sized printout paper. It can be something that you've already drawn on. It can be something that you printed something on the other side. And we're going to fold them and create our very own flying machines. So get your pens, your pencils, your paper for sure ready, because here we go. I'm going to show you guys what we did last week, which was to draw some chimeras. And actually, maybe I'll start with Baby Medusa, which was the one that Miss Rainbows decided to draw. She had Baby Medusa. There she is. She's super tiny in the bottom of the thing, and that's her mama's eye. And I did the griffin, panda, cat, squirrel. Still looking for a name for him. Sophia has suggested what?
What was it?
The squandat? The squandat. And I said mouse and wolf, and Miss Rainbows drew me this nice wolf. Mouse plus wolf. And there's Baby Medusa running around again. Taking over the stream. So hello! We're both on the table today. And I've got this paper prepped for the John Collins Paper Airplane Guy one we're going to do, so you can see the lines a little better. And we're going to try and watch the comments. And last week we had some problems with comments, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like we missed the request to do the octopus duck, which would have been...
Wasn't it the T-Rex octopus duck?
Oh, was there a T-Rex involved
yeah,
too?
Yeah, it was the T-Rex.
I mean, seriously, that would have been amazing. So we might do that again sometime for fun. So what you're going to do is start with your piece of paper. And I'm going to be upside down to you, but that's okay. We'll try and go slow so you can figure it out. You don't really have to draw on it if you don't want to. I just did it so everybody can see better. You take your corner, this first corner.
It's helpful for me.
Okay, and fold it over so that it lines up. The whole side of this paper lines up with from the tippy top to the point.
How do you do that? How?
So, wait, I'll help you out with this. Ready? No.
This is confusing and stressful already.
Okay, don't be so confused and stressful. So take this little corner and pull it until it matches right up to the sides, just like so. No, don't make the fold yet. Now, when you get it to that point there, make sure this guy starts to line up. If it's not lining up, make sure your paper stretches until it does. See? Now you can make your point. Okay, so there, I'm going to do that right there and make a crease. This crease is going to be a guideline for you. And don't worry if it's not super duper perfect. That's fine. Take this point and do the exact same thing. Pull it down. What I like to do is pull it down towards the edge of the paper, and then I start to line up my edge of my paper until I see that it's almost matching. Then I start with a pressure point up there for my crease, pressure point down there, and then I can just stretch it all the way across. And there's my crease. So you should have, when you open it up, and I drew the line so you can see it, 2 guidelines folded in your paper. And the next thing we're going to do, if we're all with me, Miss Rainbows, this is stressful. This is high stress. And what we're going to do too is we're going to put Mr. Collins's video on how to do this in our comments below for our YouTube friends. And this was in our event, so you can still catch those live. I did it wrong. So take this and do it the other way. Do it the opposite way of what I did. This is your pointy edge here. Follow it along. Take the point of your top find your guideline and touch your corner to the guideline and then make a crease so that, yep, exactly. That was my mistake. I'm so sorry, guys. I was like, this doesn't look like a paper airplane. Okay, now make your crease. Sorry, guys. Take this point and do exactly the same idea. Follow the other guideline. This is going to touch the edge of your page, just like so. And then follow the guideline that you made from the first crease. And there you go.
But to follow my guideline, it would have to go off.
Okay, well, then just you pick it to the point and then don't follow your guideline. That's good. That looks great. Now what you found here at this point is, I don't have a really good view of it. Right here where these two meet is the itty bitty middle part of your plane. So what you're going to do is take the top this top part, fold it over, trying to match a line right across the middle of your plane. So
what?
See this? Where this middle part is? Try to fold everything over onto that X, straight across.
Like that?
Yeah.
You could just say fold it down.
So where's your guy here? So fold it down right at where the two pieces of paper. So the two pieces of paper have crossed right there.
This is confusing.
That's okay. You're going to do the easy version, so we'll have another type to decorate. Don't worry, folks. Don't worry. So there you go. And what another way you can do it is these two sort of line up a bit. This guy lines up a bit like that. Okay. So this is going to become important after, and you'll see why. So, doom, doom, doom. Okay, now we're going to do another fold, guys. You're not going to like it too well. Fold this, so see where your guideline is here? Fold it along the edge of that as best as you can towards the middle. And try to bring it, yeah. So here you go, see this guy? Just fold it right here. Yeah, just like that. And there's your point. And then take this guy and fold it in to match. See, mine's a little off center. Oh dear, that's okay.
Like this.
So you want these two doop, doop, to touch in the middle. And look, mine's not even. Yeah, you're like me now, a little bit off. A little bit off. These should match up, but for some reason I'm not matching up. You fold this guy over to lock these pieces in place. Turn it over. Oh, I see what's happened on my side. I didn't follow my guideline. Turn it over and match. So even if you've got it all messed up, like I have it all messed up, turn it over so it matches this tip to this tip. For sure. And the nose as pointy as you can make it. It's too hard. That's okay. Why don't you let Mommy finish folding this one? And Miss Rainbows, you can decorate the one that is the perfect one. How's that?
Okay.
Okay? You can decorate the one that turned out, which is to say it folded over really nicely. So it's folded over. And then fold your wing down. Over top. And one of the things that his advice was, if your tip is showing like that when you're folding down, it's add a bit of an angle towards the nose. Make sure you're folding all the way so this piece of paper touches the tail. And then make your crease. So this edge touches the tail. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's the tail. And do pink. You just make sure it touches and then you can make that crease. Do the same on this side. Making sure your wings match as best as you can. Make your crease. My guy's a little bit off, so he's gonna wobble. I can tell already. And then the last bit is to pop the wings just a little bit like that, so that when you're looking at it down the side, they're sort of up higher. Like that. To give it a little bit of lift. And then on the tail, you can take your thumb and your finger and just create a little bit up curl, like you're curling the page just a bit. And that'll give it a little tail wing. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So this is the John Collins ones. Mine's very messy, and that's okay. I don't think this guy would fly very well, but that's okay. My guy probably wouldn't fly very well because I messed it up. That's why we're going to do the easier one, because Miss Rainbow's, as we discovered as we were doing this, it's really, really hard. He's got a whole book of really interesting ones based off of origami. Oh, I see. This one is a little bit. Let's see what's going down. So, why don't you, now that we've built that plane, why don't you show some of our friends who might be as frustrated as you are about this whole thing how to fold a paper airplane the old-fashioned way, the easy way, and then you can decorate that guy after. So what do we start with, Miss Rainbow? Show us the easy way, easier than this guy. And we can tell everybody, too, that this guy, we tested it out, we flew it, our test model, and it went pretty far, didn't it? It liked to curve a lot, though, so we weren't that balanced. So what's the first step for our friends who are having trouble with this paper airplane? You might want to watch the John Collins video on how to do it, and take your time and pause. Because that's how I learned how to do it.
First, you want to fold some paper. See how there's the shorter side and the longer side?
Mm-hmm.
You want to take the longer side like this and close it in. So the longer side is still the same length, but the shorter one looks like it's the half length.
Okay. So I have folded it lengthwise. So I have two long rectangles.
And you open it up, and you're going to take this corner and fold it right up to the middle so it touches in a straight line on the middle. Then you're going to do the same with this corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got it. Okay, I'm caught up. So I have it a triangle on the top. That's good, okay.
How I do it is I then fold up through the middle again.
Okay, like this.
Yeah. Then lay it out like this. You guys can do it either way.
Okay, well, how about I do it this way?
Yeah.
And then you do it that way. Then what
Now
do we do?
you're going to take this top part, so you can see here on the side this part in the middle. You want to take that part and you're going to fold it down.
Okay.
So that it touches the bottom. Fold and then crease it. And then flip it over and do the same thing for the other side.
Cool.
So it touches the crease that we made at the bottom. Then you have this long thing. And then you can
in my head. Okay, so I have this thing, this long
then you
piece.
can pop up these sides.
Cool.
And then if you wanted to, sometimes you could kind of curve
Oh yeah, curve the tail, the tip wings.
the wing.
Like that. I'm kind of putting creases in, which probably isn't good. But I made my wings a little like that.
And then
There. And then you have a plane.
on the back,
Will you do a tail piece?
for the tail. Some people just cut it out. That's not origami.
No, it's true.
So if you open the plane up gently, take the tippity tip,
Tippity tip.
tail in the on the outside, and
So
push
you're
it to the
creating
inside.
a triangle on one side, and you can make a crease. and then a triangle on the other side and making a crease.
Mommy, that's not what I'm doing.
You're making it the tail on the inside, aren't you?
No, but I'm kind of curving it.
Oh, I see. And then you can have your tail.
That's one way to do it, but how I do it,
Oh, I like how you did it. You make sure everybody can see that.
you can take this little piece, so it's just like this, take it, fold it in, and push it gently. You don't want to break the plane. There, and then you can fold it and crease it at the back.
That's
And
a pretty
if you wanted
standard.
to go a little bit further, because one of my friends taught me, the plane will go further if it has not a sharp nose, but a small nose. So you could do the same for the front.
So what I've done is I've just folded mine straight in like that. Opened it up, folded it straight in like
Yeah,
that,
that's what I'm doing.
and then folded it again. It's a little stub nose. I like that. And the cool thing about this is you can make any changes or modifications. Maybe you want to make it more aerodynamic. So you could open your plane and do this as the wing.
Mommy, that's really complicated.
I know. I'm letting you finish that one, but I'm just saying this is another way people can do it. There's
not
so many
done.
ways. You're not done. Show me more.
If you wanted, I like this model of airplane. Not only because it's cool looking and it can fly very far, and then you have more space to hold it. But if you open it up, you can move these out to make a secret message.
Oh.
So you could, if you have a friend that lives across the street, you could put on a glove or something, throw the plane over at them, and
Throw to your friend. Okay. Oh, nice. See, yours went a little longer just on the table. Ready? Go. Oh, what? Nice.
It's because also the longer it is, the more time it has in the air, because even if the nose hits the ground, this part's still going and it pushes it forward until it falls.
Okay. Well, this one's hard, but this one is the world record holding fold because of, as you mentioned, why we fold the tip of the plane on this one is putting a little bit of weight at the front, so the plane is using gravity to pull it down, and the wings scoop up the air and lift it back up, so it sort of goes like this and then back up again, and this and back up, so it makes a really good glider.
The cool thing about this is you can make it just to the size that you want it to be.
Yep.
And, well, you can decorate it as you want.
That's the beauty of any of these. You can just take that piece of paper and put whatever artwork you want on it, which is what we're going to do next. And we're also going to get to some trivia. So we will put that Mr. Collins video in for anybody who really wants to practice and make some really cool ones. He also has in that video one called the boomerang, which comes right back to you. So it does a little loop-de-loop circle. And one that's called the bat. So it looks like it's flying like a bat. So it stalls and lifts and stalls and lifts. It's really kind of cool. So I'm going to decorate this guy and figure that out. And I'm going to read you guys some trivia. So are you guys ready for some trivia? If you haven't already, hit the like button and we'll get to some trivia. By building a paper airplane like we did today and testing its features, you are participating in what scientific field? Is it A, aero construction, B, aeronautics, or C, aeroculinary?
I have a feeling I know which one of those three it is not.
What one is it not? So the question again is by building a paper airplane and testing its features. So if you guys take these out and find it doesn't fly quite the same way, you can start making adjustments to how high the wings are, how big the wings are, how your back flaps are. What scientific field are you participating in? And you're participating in A, aero construction, B, aeronautics, or C, aero culinary. And I think that Miss Rainbows probably doesn't agree that it's which one?
I don't think it's aero culinary.
Because culinary means what? Do you know?
Food.
Food. It means to prepare food or cook
Something
food.
is wrong with your marker case.
Yes, it probably is.
This does not fit.
Well, I'll take that then. That'll be the red I use. I'll take red coral. I'll take red coral. I like to draw designs in the bottom of my plane that people can see as it's flying overhead. And
There.
do that. So I'm going to make some fire. I like making flames. I don't have any guesses. Do you have a guess? You guessed not aero culinary, which is wise.
I think it might be aeronautics.
Ah.
Even though aero construction does sound good, I feel like it would be a little bit too obvious if that was the answer.
I'm just going to take mine slightly apart.
I'm going to make mine kind of look like a beautiful stained glass plane from the top, a passenger plane from the side,
Okay.
and then some cool designs on the bottom. Like if you held this up to a window right now, it would be beautiful.
I love it. Well, these markers are really good for making a stained glass effect, I find, on paper. I like these markers for that. I don't think we have any comments as to the answer. So you think aeronautics. Well, Miss Rainbows, you are correct. It would be aeronautics. Although technically, I suppose you could call it aero construction as well. But aeronautics is the correct answer. Way to go. Your next question is origami, which you don't like. Or it frustrates you anyway. That's fine. But origami is the art of folding paper. True or false? And since Ms. Rainbow's already commented that she didn't enjoy it, I think you could probably guess what that one is. Ooh, this is we're sharing a table today, which is fun. I think this is fun. I like drawing right next to you. It's cool. I know that you were in tears there a little bit with constructing the first one.
I don't like origami.
So Miss Rainbows does not like origami. She does not like the art of folding paper. The Japanese art of folding paper into decorative shapes and figures. So why am I torturing her with this, eh? I'm not really torturing her with it, am I?
No.
No, you enjoy it.
Not folding.
Not the folding part, but now the decorating part. Turning our planes into something wacky and crazy. I'm adding flames. I'm just using basic shapes to make the edges of the flames. So if you guessed origami, true, you're right. All right, you ready for the next trivia? We mentioned it before. Hmm? I'm usually orange. Yeah, I'm almost done. I will be all right. Okay, can you pass me a yellow one then? Mellow yellow. Here, you can take the orange right away. It's already open, ready for you to use. There's its cap. Our next one is the world record for longest distance a paper airplane has been flown is what? I've got it in feet and I've got it in meters for our friends that are watching both in Canada or in the United States. 156 feet or 47.5 meters. B, 207 feet or 63 meters. Or C, 226 feet or 69 meters. How far did this paper airplane get thrown? And I'll tell you that it was thrown by a quarterback I'm not entirely sure if that's, you know, relatable, football or paper airplane, but I guess you got a throwing arm. You can toss it far. I think maybe we got ours to go about 12 feet outside, 15 feet, maybe more. We did end up getting it stuck in a tree at one point in time. Beware. And if it's as windy around you guys as it is here today, that is a challenge.
Got the plane stuck in the tree.
I got the plane stuck in the tree. We got it down. And I also got the plane because I broke the rules. You should not fly your paper airplanes in the house if you can possibly help it. And I got it stuck in a chandelier. I mean, really. I need to get that yellow refilled.
It worked fine. It's the yellow in the middle of the diamond.
I see that.
Okay.
So what is the world record for longest distance a paper airplane has flown?
Where mellow yellow goes on.
I have somebody who's more particular about how my markers are put back than I am. That's just fine. I'm okay with that. I'm glad that you like to look after my stuff. I know, I'm just decorating with all kinds of weird stuff. So yeah. World record for longest distance a paper airplane has been flown, and it is held by the paper airplane guy, John Collins, who made this plane. I can tell you it is not 156 feet. That is just too short. It's not 47.5 meters. What do you think, Sophia? Which one out of that Miss Rainbows would you pick?
There's a lot of numbers, and I don't know what any of them are.
Do you think it's 207 feet? Kind of made you swing from the chandelier, didn't I, in order to get it? So 207 feet, or 63 meters, or 226 feet, or 69 meters. I'm just gonna put some. One side's on fire, and one side is all vines and stuff.
I'm ready.
Well, you're in luck because we're gonna have some dinner pretty much after we're done here today,
Okay.
or a snack at the very least.
Grab.
The dark sage.
Actually, no, that's the one I used. It's the one I already had. Sorry. I just realized that.
So the answer to the trivia question is 226 feet, or 69 meters. It was thrown indoors in a indoor soccer field, so as not to be interrupted by wind or other elements. It went almost straight up and then leveled out and swooped. Which is what this plane is meant to do. So it's that it goes up, lifts up, 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 and then the heavier part's all at the front of this plane. So we've got all this paper folded, brought it all the way down, and then the wings just caught the edge and brought it right back up again and leveled it out. So it just glided to the end. Kind of cool. Did you just use green apple?
And put it back.
I know we did. I just realized we're both reaching for the same colors. It's kind of funny. Okay, we got one more question. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, I was also going to add, too, as a cool trivia point, the longest flight. That flight took 9 seconds, but it became the longest in distance. The longest a paper airplane has been kept in the air is 22 seconds. I think it was just one that was more of a floating thing as opposed to distance. And that record is held in Japan. And someone was recently going to try and beat that in Japan. again. So our last trivia question is, for most of human history, people have written on various materials from rocks to papyrus. Paper, as we know it today, using wood pulp, was invented around 25 to 200 CE or AD. What country is often credited for its creation? Is it A, China, B, Greece, or C, Spain?
I think I know the answer to this, so I am not, because it was in one of my friend's presentations, so I'm not.
Oh, you guys did civilizations, didn't you?
Yep.
And I think that I remember you telling me that this was one of the civilizations you guys could pick. Ancient civilizations you guys could pick.
And in fact, it actually was picked. As we had more than all of us.
What was the one that you picked?
I picked Egypt.
You picked Egypt. And you could probably tell me a little bit about papyrus then. Papyrus was made from a plant, the leaves of a plant that grew on the side of the Nile. And they weren't pulped together. They were literally just the leaves placed down on top of one another in 90-degree angles and then pressed. And when you pressed the leaves, it released the gum of the plant that stuck them together and made paper, or made a papyrus, I should say. Not paper.
Egypt is not one of the choices.
Egypt is not one of the choices. No, it's not.
But I do know which one it is.
Would you like to dazzle everyone with your knowledge? Tell us what you learned in school. What did you learn from your friend's presentation? What country is given credit for discovering paper?
I believe it is China.
You would be correct. China is often credited as the country that created paper. And Spain, hundreds of years later, apparently has credit for perfecting it, or for creating a machine. So the water wheel, using the water wheel, not that they invented the water wheel, but they used the water wheel to help with the pulping process. So they made it, they sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Industrialized, I guess, the creation of paper. Made it easier to make paper. And lots of it. So that's all the trivia we've got today. And I will tell you that if you're decorating your paper airplanes and having fun with us decorating, as we're drawing, I'm drawing vines on one side and fire on the other side because I like that. You could share your pictures with us at SAMIANNEART. So on the page you're watching right now, and send us a DM, and we would love to share pictures of what you created.
Thanks for watching Tell Me Kids Edition, episode 60.
Paper airplanes. And while we had some difficulty folding them today, we hope that you at least had fun decorating them. We'll see you guys next time, and don't forget,
like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and share the video with all your friends. That way, nobody will ever miss Tell Me Kids Edition episodes ever again.
whoa. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.